So now we're going to Ireland. And I want to
Ooh,
start with this comment from Georgios Maliotakis. As for Ireland, if they send Judas, dead last, no points. If they send Love Like Us, bottom three, potential last place. If it's Doomsday Blues, it's going to make it, but it will flop with the juries. So I'm reading a lot of negativity in that comment. Why don't we first go around and say who our personal winner is in Ireland, if you're able to do that? We will start with Simon.
It's I have two. I yeah, but I have two takes on this. My 90s boy band kind of heart goes with the boy band, but it won't stand a chance in Eurovision. Erica-Cody is for me the far more interesting song of the six. So I'm going to pick her.
Okay, for this first round, let's do that. Let's just keep it brief. Freddie.
I'm totally agreeing with Simon. I love the boy band. I think we need the boy band back. We have an absence of them in Eurovision, and Erica-Cody is also great.
Sinan.
I really like that girl, or is it the band? I don't know. Ailsha. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Ailsha.
And
Ailsha.
Ailsha. I don't know, but Erica-Cody as well. Oh my gosh, that girl, she's fierce.
Our readers are saying floor mock, Doomsday Blue for me, Ia Titty. Oh, sorry, Ia. Greek letters. Doomsday Blue, Lil Catherine.
What?
Controversial opinion. I don't like Ireland songs. I think they'll be too boring or too wild for ESC audience. Sorry. Movie Man, Go Tobin, and Ewan Crab, Go Tobin for me is too much noise. As hearing the clip, I didn't hear much of the lyrics, but at least Ireland have the option of something a little different to turn around their fortunes. I think for me, it's between the songs that are less generic. I like the Ouija board devil worship song. Ooh, yeah, Doomsday Blue, and I like Ailsha, the Go Tobin. I think they're just really
Mhm.
different and dark. I mean, Go
Yeah.
Tobin is a little AI generated garage music, but that's fine. I just think they're really out there. It's like setting kerosene. But how the heck do you stage those in the late studio, right? So without like all the ghosting, yeah, you're in a box. You're in a box in that studio without all the like drama, the LED. I don't know how that comes across, and my instinct tells me that the boy band is going to pose a big threat because these 95-year-old voters who watch the Late Show, they're like, oh, that sounds modern. That sounds really good. The young people will love it. There's no harmony. Like, why do you have like five or six people on stage and you don't harmonize for like the bulk of it? It really irritates me. Okay, going around, boy band. Let's break this down. Could the boy band win? They've got Louis Walsh on side. Simon.
Yes, definitely. For the reasons that you just mentioned, that setting is made for five cute boys to be there. It's, a Friday evening, people are sitting there with their coffee, blah, blah, blah. And yes, and we don't know how the jury is going to be, but if it is, Lena Martin, Paul Harrington, those kind of people who always are on the jury, they will say, "Oh, look how nice," and the boy band song is just that much of a, yes, it's generic, but it's generic in the way that a lot of people like compared to other songs. There are none of the other songs that has this like nice pleasantry listening experience to it. I'm not saying it's a good boy band song. I've heard way better boy band songs. But hey, last time Louis Walsh boy band got into Eurovision, they got eighth place for Ireland, which is the best since 2000. So yeah,
Who?
but they have a
Oh, are you
chance.
talking about Jedward?
Yes.
Yeah, that had edge though, right? That had edge. It was like that was modern. That was good. But like, I'm sorry, this is more Lighthouse X than Jedward. No offense,
I
Denmark.
know. I no, 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 no. It's not. It's non-taken. But I know.
Yeah, it's just Ia, the Greek user EITTI says if the boy band wins, Ireland should just withdraw. Kieran
Ooh.
Carolyn says Ireland never do well with Louis Walsh, perhaps flashing back to Brendan Murray, the super high pitched voice and the big balloon from Kiev. And Yorgo says, I like the boy band, but realistically, they'll not make it. My favorites are Erica and Ailsha. Freddie.
Yeah, I completely agree. The only reason I like the boy band is because it's giving kind of 2008 nostalgia fantasy. I don't think they'll qualify to the final with the boy band. But, I mean, if there's a very young demographic watching Eurovision, I could see them becoming very successful after after the competition with kind of 13-year-old tweenie girls, because there is absolutely an absence of this kind of stuff. Louis Walsh needs to bring us back stuff. But I also, isn't Louis Walsh supposed to be going on Celebrity Big Brother in March? I mean, the man's going to be busy. So I don't think he's expecting to win either.
What?
I think maybe there's a lack of...
Erica-Cody, I love her.
Maybe the reason we don't hear much of this, Freddie, is because there's no demand for it. Sinan, boy band.
Boy band? I don't know. I think Ireland, it's time to take a risk. Like, it's time to send something like the biggest risk song in the selection. And I think those people who choose, who vote for the song, and the jury, is there a jury? Yes, right? I think they choose it just like that. Like, they don't think about Eurovision at all. Like, they are just, okay, we like this one. Okay, I will vote for this. They don't think think a lot about, how are we going to stage that at Eurovision? How is this going to sound Eurovision? And I don't think they think internationally. And again, they have to take risks. Come on, it's time. Like, it's time.
And I just want to quickly clarify. Thank you, Sati. The Greek lettering is pronounced Sati. I would never have gotten
Marina
that
Sati.
right. So, like Marina Sati. Thank you so much, Kalispera, Greece. I want to read this comment from Purple Mask on the Wiwibloggs website, speaking about Next in Line. She says, a dose of reality for me. I expect this entry is probably going to win Eurosong because it is a simple song sung by nice young men. Now let's actually look at the song. This is mid to fast tempo. What makes it boring to some listeners is the lack of harmonic progression and a melodic refrain that goes round and round at the same time. I'm sure the Late Late Show will enjoy this very much, especially if the band can sing well live. But for a song contest, there are a few other songs in the Irish selection that technically deserve the win more than this one does. And I think this leads us to the discussion on risks. You gotta take risks. Look at Croatia. If they send a pop song, they don't make it. They send something crazy like Jacques Hudek, Man of Two Faces, or Let 3, they make the final, right? I feel like certain countries, for whatever reason, they just have to... Denmark, Jesus Christ, absolutely. You've got to take risks. So that's why I'm drawn to Ailsha, which sounds, I don't know, it's like someone is locked in a metal box and they have a drumstick and that's all they have to get out. They're just trying to get out of this metal box. And then Ouija Woman, Bambi Satan, whatever her name, Bambi Thug, it's like really loud, but I like it. It's got the mysterious bits, and then it's got, to me, those are the ones that would stand out at Eurovision because they are so different. Do you have thoughts on these two darker songs, these two, I don't want to say Midnight Summer Night on Acid, but these two darker songs of the night, of the underworld? Simon?
Well, if I have to choose between those two, I think Ailsha has the best chance at Eurovision, but Bambi Thug I like better personally. But still, we only have these like recordings from the radio. It sounds, when you have a nitty gritty song that's really gritty in a bad recording, it gets grittier and it doesn't really suit the song. So I need to see how they will do it. But I mean, Ailsha should be up there, not with the jury, but maybe with the televote.
Freddie?
Well, the one everyone's talking about is Go Turban. So, I don't know, all the Irish people in the comments are seemingly putting their backing behind that. And I feel like maybe you should, because what we know from Eurovision is you send a really kind of hyper local song, it really works because you're going to stand out naturally. So I think maybe if that's where the support is, then that's probably the one that's going to make them stand out the most. That's all I have to say on that matter.
Sinan?
I also like Bambi Thug, but I don't think it has that, bam, like wow effect that Ailsha's song has. So for me, all the way Ailsa. Like if I were in Ireland and watching this show and it's time to vote, my 20 SMSs are going to Ailsa 100%.
Yorgos Maliotakis says, Go Tobin is like a mix of cha-cha-cha and shoom. Oh, very interesting. Knave_4 writes, with Bambi and Ailsa, it depends on live. They can be hit or miss. Kieran Carolyn says, Go Tobin reminds me of Finland or Italy in the past few years. Okay, yeah. And Devin O'Kearney says, no more boy bands at Eurovision. Shout out to Devin, boyfriend of our Rinska Talita in the Netherlands, wishing you a happy life and a happy wife. All right, we move on. You brought up Erica-Cody, Freddie. You really loved
Simon
that
did too.
first. Oh, and Simon as well. Goodness me. I gotta say, it just sounds generic. I feel it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. I just don't think it would make the final necessarily in a televote only system.
I think it depends on what happens with the staging and how the live vocal is. I think it's a really nice song. Maybe you're right. It's a little bit generic. It could easily go on the radio. Maybe it won't stand out. But like the ones I hear audibly on my ears, it was giving nice feelings, and that's all I have to go on when you're just listening to something, right?
What kind of feelings do you consider nice? No, I'm just kidding. Simon.
Well, she has a lot of interest.
No, yeah, it's a nice, easy pop song. And I suppose that's not always what's going to work on a Eurovision stage, but for me, that's the standout one. I think back to Go Toban, it reminded me a bit of Foulin from a couple of years ago. Do you remember that? The Breton one. But yeah, again, it's kind of overwhelming, and that's not what I'm looking for when I'm putting something on a Spotify playlist. If that makes sense.
Oh, Mr. Falk, thoughts on Erica-Cody?
Yeah, well, I don't know why you call it generic. I don't think it's generic, but it's a kind of song that could work with both a jury who could see the qualities and also the televote who wants, something fresher from Ireland than what we've seen in the past few years. Again, I need to hear this live. I also need to hear the others live because I have a suspicion that Erica might have the best vocals of the female artists that we're seeing in the final, but that remains to be seen. But it just, when I listen to the songs, okay, Erica was the last one of the 6 I listened to last night, and it was just like, oh yeah, okay, now I got it. So I think it has the best chance to impress both a jury and a televote at the same time and get enough points.
I totally take your point. This whole televote only semifinal makes me nervous for countries like Ireland. It's like they've got to bring something banging and memorable. Sinan, Erica-Cody.
Oh, Erica-Cody, she's so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, she will definitely get points for that. No, I mean, when I listen to that song, I imagine what happened to Brooke in Italy. I think the same thing is going to happen if they choose her, but not qualifying, sadly. Even though I think Brooke's song is much better than Erica's, and yeah, she seems like she's great live, big vocals and stuff, but I don't know. When I listen to that song, I feel like I'm watching her on the X Factor, and singing singing in the elimination phase, where they have to choose which to go to the next round, and this is the song. But yeah,
is she an established artist?
She's got more than 30,000 Instagram followers. She's got a blue tick, and she's got a little following. No, she does. She's released some music. She's like up and coming.
She's great.
Well, SR says, I think Erica-Cody is the best of the safe songs, but the risky songs are better choices. And y'all ain't got no more thoughts on Erica-Cody? Dang. Okay, Erica-Cody is not making an impact in our comment section. I am literally searching.
On X, she's making a lot of impact. Like I see that a lot of people like posting her, video and stuff.
Okay, here we go. There is a comment. Dara Folan says there's like a 99.9% chance that Erica will win. And George Yost says Isabella has what it takes to make it to the final, but she'll probably end up mid-table. Erica is the safest option. She will qualify and could end up in the left-hand side of the scoreboard. The juries would definitely help her because she's apparently very good live.